Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and today we are going to discuss about a topic that is related to US taxation. So any a candidate who is preparing for US tax role and they are planning to change their profile in US taxation, so this is the video you should refer for your preparation part and understand how the US taxation works and how the IRS is working and supporting in US taxation. So before any further view, we will get into today's topic, that is overview of US income tax form. And we have different types of form in US taxation. Like in India we have different types of return, same likewise we have in US we have different type of form, and that form is regulated by the IRS, that is Internal Revenue Services. Here in India we have CBDT, and in US we have Internal Revenue Services. So income tax forms are essential documents used by taxpayers in the United States to report their income, calculate taxes owed or refund due, and provide other pertinent information to IRS. So basically these forms are used to showcase what is the income you have earned, what are the expenses you have made, and whether you are liable to pay to the government, or a government is liable to pay to you as a refund. So and this is all regulated and controlled by IRS, Internal Revenue Services. And one of the major form is individual tax form, that is form 1040 in US. This is where individual income tax returns are maintained. Individual file their annual tax income tax return, report income, calculate tax liability, claim deductions and credit, and determine the amount of tax owed or the refund due. So if you are an individual who wanted to file their return, this is the form you should use. If you are in US, individual file their all income tax returns and report all income and calculate their liability as per the form, and there is all the details of the individual and all the income and everything. Now variations form 10, so we have variation in 1040 form. We have two variation. One of them is 1040 SR, that is for senior citizens and designed for seniors. It has larger print and standard deduction chart. So basically in this form there's nothing different, it just the font size is larger than the normal form 1040. In SR form the font size is bigger, and a standard deduction chart is also there. Now we have form 1040 NR, that is for non-resident aliens. If you are someone who is non-resident, so you have to use the form 1040 NR. Now we have second form, that is W2, wage and tax statements. If you are someone who is earning wages, so you have to have W2 form report. In this form basically we report wages, tips and other compensation paid to employee, along with taxes withheld from their paycheck provided by employers to employee and the IRS. So basically this W2 form is given by employers to employee when they give their salary, so they also deduct the part of taxes if they are liable to pay. So the W2 is basically given by the employer to employees and also to the IRS. Now we have third form Form 1099 various information returns report various type of income other than wages, salary and tips. If you have income other than wages, because for wages we have W2 form, and for salary also we have W2 and tips also, but other than these income if you have any, then we use form 1099. And the common types in 1099 form is form 1099 miscellaneous, that is for miscellaneous income including rent, royalty and non-employee compensation. Form 1099 int, that is for interest. If you have interest income, then you have to use form 1099 int. And for dividend and distribution income, you have to use form 1099 div. And then we have form 1099g, that is for government payments such as unemployment and compensation. Then we have form 1099r, distribution from pension, annuities, retirement plan and IRAs. Form 1099k, payment card and third party network transaction. Now we have second, first we have discussed about the individual. Now second one is business and self employment tax forms. So one of the business form is form 1065. In this form we basically return, this is for used for return for partnership income, report income, deduction, gain, losses and other information. Partnerships must provide each partner with schedule K1 to report their share of income, deduction and credit. Now we have second form, form 1020, US corporation income tax return to report income, gain, losses, deduction and credit. And we have different types of variations in form 1020. S for S corporation, which pass corporate income, losses, deduction, credit to shareholder. Now third, form 941, employers quarterly federal tax return report income taxes, social security taxes and Medicare tax withheld from employees paycheck and the employer's portion of social security and Medicare taxes. Now we have discussed above the business tax. Now we are left with self-employment and freelance tax form. First is Schedule C, Form 1040, profit or losses from business, used by a sole proprietor to report income and expenses from a business they operate. Second one is Schedule SE of Form 1040, that is for self-employment tax, calculates the self-employment tax owed, which includes social security and Medicare taxes from self-employment individuals. And we have other form as well apart from the forms we have discussed above. One of them is form W4, that is employee withholding certificate, employees to determine the amount of federal income tax to be withheld from their pay. So basically W2 has all the element of the salary, tips, wages, but W4 is basically used for employee withholding certificate to determine how much income tax to be withheld from the employee pay. Now second one is form 4868, application of automatic extension of time to file US individual income tax return. Third one is form 4506T, request for transcript of tax return. So these are all the forms which we have discussed, and these form is really helpful, and these are the integral part of US taxation. If you are really planning to go in US taxation, you must know and you must be aware of all these forms. So if you have any doubt or if you have any suggestion or feedback, or you have any doubt related to how this form should be, can you show us the form also? So I will be making separate video on all of these forms. Although you can visit my LinkedIn account, you will find many content related to US taxation that will be helpful for your preparation part. I hope this video was helpful to you all. Thank you so much for watching.